Welcome to Happy Body Hot Life. I'm Chris Linares, and today I'm going to interview an amazing woman that I'm sure you're going to learn a lot from her. Actually, because it's so hard to define this woman, and when you cannot define someone, it's because the person is really fascinating, right? So imagine, she was Miss Wisconsin. She then became anchor news for Fox, and then she decided to be stay-at-home mom and nurture her family. And then now she's the executive director of Diva Connection Foundation and is becoming the voice of kindness in our community. Okay, so many places, so many roles, how she can do it. So that's what we are going to learn from her. Hey, how do you do this?
Can you say it all again?
I know.
All of a sudden I'm like, wow, I have really got it together.
See? So when you feel like I'm not doing enough, you know, just watch this video blog. Yeah. How do you do all this? Like, tell us a little bit. You know, Nicole Phillips, she writes every Saturday for the She Says section. Beautiful column. Kindness is contagious. I love to read. I know so many people that love to read it. But today I want people to know the woman behind and be inspired by your life story. You know, Nicole is my friend, first of all. But here,
full disclosure. Yep.
Yeah, but here I'm kind of pretending that, you know, you are not my friend, so people can kind of see you the way that I see, because you inspire me every day. And you do so much. But explain a little bit about your life story. You know, being from Miss Wisconsin to the executive director of Diva Connection today. So tell us a little bit about this journey.
Well, I grew up in Reedsburg, Wisconsin, which is near Wisconsin Dells. And when I was in 3rd grade, my parents got a divorce. My mom fell in love with an inmate in prison, and while she was married to my father, and ended up divorcing my father and marrying this man in prison. When I was in 3rd grade, I was the flower girl in a prison wedding. Wow. And so I have always felt that it really doesn't matter where you came from or what has happened to you or who you think did what to you when. Your life is your own decision. You have the ability to make your life whatever you want it to be. And so from that, I took that experience and took that message to the Miss America organization, and that is how I won Miss Wisconsin. So then as Miss Wisconsin...
that's just because that she won. No beauty studying here.
It's a scholarship and intelligence program.
Oh, yeah.
Not a beauty pageant.
That's it. That poor girl, she needs some Botox or something. Do you know what I love about when you share your story? So many people are ashamed of their life story. So many people still they're not able to say, yeah, my father left, he was an alcoholic, and I have women, you know, in the 3 weeks challenge, and that I think the first thing for you to be your own self, your authentic self, is to embrace who you are and where you came from. And it's so beautiful the way that you say, yeah, that's what happened to me. My mom, and the way that you say, I can't explain, is with a power inside, is with a confidence that was always like this, or your past was something that you needed to learn how to make peace?
Well, I definitely had to make peace with it. But the more experiences that I've had and the more people I have been able to talk to and talk with, I've realized that my experiences have made me who I am, and they've given me sometimes a wealth of compassion to be able to draw from, instead of just being kind of, you know, a person who doesn't know what it's like to hurt, or a person who doesn't know what it's like to go through pain like that. I feel like I can draw from that and I can share with that. So I've had to make peace with it. But you know, it's funny because I even have talked to my mom recently and have said to her, because she has a hard time making peace with some of those decisions, and I said, Mom, everybody makes bad decisions in their lives. Some domino and become, you know, bigger than you imagine that they would ever become, but everybody makes bad decisions. So think about the fact that had you not made those decisions, Mom, I would still be living in this little town called Reedsburg. And you know what? I was on kind of a self-destructive path when I was there. And so being able to have the experiences I had, move to a different town, because once my mother's husband got out of prison, I moved in with my father and lived with him. And having that experience of living in a different town with him opened the opportunity to become Miss Wisconsin. That gave me the idea of, I really like public speaking. I think I would like to go into journalism and broadcast journalism and become an anchor. And so everything kind of revolves around, those basic initial experiences. Had my mom not made the decisions she made, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Wow. So if you could tell what helped you to make peace, what was it?
Time, I think, always helps to make peace. But I think that I had to have gratitude in my life. And gratitude in my life came for me from God and just praying for peace. And the answer from God for me for peace was gratitude. Him saying to me, whispering in my ear, in the back of my head, look what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for the experiences you've been able to have. And so I think when you are always coming from a place of gratitude, or always trying to come from a place of gratitude, that I think that you can realize that everything happens for a reason.
I love that. I love that. It's kind of, I joke, but it's true. If you give a diva a lemonade, a lemon, how to say in English?
If you give a diva a
lime, you make about margaritas party, right?
Exactly.
So it's kind of what you did with your life. Yeah. You were able to make your own life story and understand that, everything happened for a reason. And I think, I don't know where you are in your life if you are watching this video blog, but we all go through moments. And I think that's what this video blog the last year has been showing through these amazing women that I interviewed here. Is, we all go through difficult moments, no matter where you are, if you're a famous journalist or if you're a stay-at-home mom, or, we always go through difficult moments. And being able to have this certainty that you have in your heart, and I believe just come from that place that, like you said, that everything happened for a reason. So you don't try to change what happened because you can't.
Right.
But you use what happened to do something bigger. And talking about something bigger than what happened to you, let's talk about Diva Connection.
Yeah. Well, and my mom was also the inspiration for me for Diva Connection. Because
so Diva Connection, Diva Connection Foundation, you can go to divaconnection.org. Is a foundation that Nicole and I have been working the last year to truly empower women in our community. So talk about what Diva Connection is for people that don't know about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real basically, Diva Connection Foundation is a website where women who need something can go and place an ad. Other women in the community read those ads and they offer to give their time, their talent, or a donation. So
give examples.
Okay. So for example, we had a woman on there who needed a sewing machine. And so someone said, I have an old sewing machine in my basement, you can have it. So now connection made. We have had a lot of young moms. We found out there were young moms that couldn't read books to their children at night because the apartments that they were living in didn't have any overhead lights. The women couldn't afford lamps, and it was just dark at night. And so women in the community read that story, and they came out in droves with lamps to the point where the Youth for Christ teen parent director had to call me and say, okay, take it off. Tell them no more lamps needed. And that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And in case that you are thinking, oh, Chris, are you using the website to self-promote Diva Connection right now? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am, because we have a lot of young moms, women, right now in our website, divaconnection.org, they need your help. And we are just a click away to make this happen. Women that need the clothes, that just got pregnant but don't have money to buy clothes, and maybe it's your size that you're just giving away right now.
Yep.
And teenage moms
ages.
that need beds and cribs, and maybe you're just throwing out a crib from your basement. So yes, we want you, of course, first of all, us to feel inspired by Nicole, but we cannot talk about Nicole Phillips without Diva Connection, because you are a big part of, and you know that.
Well, it's my heart. It's absolutely.
You give everything to this foundation, and of course I'm going to use this interview to promote, because we need help so we can continue to help others. But talk about when you decided to write your Kindness is Contagious column. What drove you? And what do you expect when you write the column from the readers that read, as a columnist? What drove you to do that?
Well, it was...
Because such a unique column. It's not just, oh, let me talk about my life. It's like, okay, So talk about that.
It was kind of fun because the publisher of the forum called me and he said,
My husband.
Okay, her husband, yeah. It said, we would like you to write in this new She Says section. We're looking for some area voices, some women to write. And do you want to write about politics, or do you want to write about cooking? And do you want? And I thought to myself, no, and no. I don't really like cooking. I'm not a great shopper. There's a lot of hobbies that I don't have. So I was really struggling with what to write. And I was sitting in a Bible study, and this woman named Lisa Turkhurst was on the video of this Bible study, and she was telling this story about how amazing she felt when one day near Christmas time she was able to give money to a woman to buy presents for her children, this woman's children. And I thought, that's it. It was like an instantaneous click. Women and men out in this community are helping others, and they are giving of each other just by being kind, just by being nice to each other. I want to share those stories. So the forum said, okay, give it a shot and let's try it. And so it's been really, really neat to see people send in these stories. It is so, it fills my soul to read them.
Fills our soul. I love to read them. So my last question to you, message that you want to send to the video bloggers there are watching you and want to feel inspired by you and your life story.
I think if you want to feel inspired, then I think you should make one more click on your computer, and I think you should go to divaconnection.org, because I think if you read some of those stories and you step out of your own comfort zone and you help just one of those people in whatever way you can, think outside the box, your life will be more enriched, it will be more fulfilled. You will begin to create a culture of giving in this community, and I think that's the biggest gift that you can give to someone else, and it's the biggest gift you can give to yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I see you next week.